Well, hello, welcome. If you're joining me live or on the replay, glad you're here. So take a moment to settle into your spot, whether you are practicing in the space that you always practice or whether you're practicing in a different space. Maybe you've traveled for the holidays, maybe you're at home. So take a moment to settle into the spot that you're in. Coming into a comfortable seat, whether that's a cross-legged seat or maybe you're sitting up on a cushion like I am, maybe you're sitting on a chair. Just allow your eyes to close as you begin to bring your attention inside your body. And so maybe it's been a busy couple of days or weeks. Just allow yourself to land into the space, into the present moment that you're in now. Setting to the side for now any of the busyness of your week as you land into the present moment. And so perhaps you start to notice what sensations might be present within your body, as well as any thoughts, emotions, memories that might be present within your mind. And as you notice all these various attributes of your present moment, guide your palms together in front of your heart. And as you feel your left and right hands coming together at center, feel your awareness dropping into this moment. And as you start to land into this moment, begin to set a personal intention for your practice tonight. So one of the tried and true, so to speak, intentions for practice is acknowledging what this practice means for you. What does this practice bring to your life? What does this practice sort of unearth within you? And so take just a moment to align your attention with your intention for being on your mat today. And as you become very clear on your intention for practice today, now allow your fingers to interlace, press your palms forward and up toward the ceiling. Just begin to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right several times. Just begin to gently pull down on your fingers a little bit, stretching into the inside surface of each hand, down each arm, side of the body, down to the low back. Another deep breath in and out. All right, and then release your hands down to rest on the floor. Slide your right hand out a little bit and just lean into the right hand. Take the left hand to your left shoulder as you begin to rotate through the shoulder joint. Just checking in with your left shoulder, as well as everything that's connected to it. All right, and then rotate the opposite way. All right, now take your left arm up and over toward the right. And as you reach with that left hand, just begin to squeeze and release the fingers. As you form a soft fist and let it go several times, then begin to rotate through the wrist a few times each way. All right, now let an inhale lift you up. And with your exhale, left hand comes to the floor, slide the hand out just a little bit, and then right hand to right shoulder, and begin to rotate. As you rotate through your right shoulder, again, notice what sensation is present in the right shoulder, as well as anything that's connected to it. All right, change directions. All right, now sweep the right hand all the way up and over. And as you reach with your right hand, begin to squeeze and release the fingers, creating that soft fist, and then let it go. Spread the fingers wide apart and rotate through the wrist a couple of times each way. All right, then with an in-breath, rise up. And with your out-breath, release your hand down. All right, now take this left hand over to the right leg, and then your right hand toward the floor behind you. If it doesn't come all the way to the floor, feel free to put something under it like a block. And then take a breath in as you lengthen through your torso. As you exhale, twist to the right. And begin to turn your head to look back behind you. And then remain in the twist from your shoulders down, but let your head and neck be in continuous movement. So you turn your head back over to the left and then back over to the right several times. And as you move your head and neck in this way, begin to relax the muscles of your face and your jaw. Letting go of unnecessary effort anywhere at all in the face. All right, the next time your head comes back to center, go ahead and release the twist, and we'll take it over to the other side. So take your right hand to your left leg and left hand to the floor or a block behind you. Now as you inhale, grow tall, and as you exhale, twist to your left side. Turning the head to look back, and then maintain the twist from the shoulders down as you turn your head continuously back to the right and back to the left. And keep softening through the muscles of the face and the jaw. And if you still have your eyes closed here, see if you can allow the eyes to become really heavy in their sockets. So no need to move around or focus on anything. Just let your eyes be nice and heavy. All right, now the next time that your head comes back to center, go ahead and release the rotation. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, now from here, we'll straighten our legs. Now, as you straighten your legs forward, if you already feel a stretch in the backs of your legs, if you already feel this sort of pulling in the backs of your legs, it's usually beneficial to sit up on a cushion or something to elevate your seat above your feet. So if you're not feeling a pull in the backs of your legs, you're probably fine to sit directly on the floor. But again, if you are feeling a pull in the backs of your legs, sit up a little bit so you're a little bit higher with your seat. And then we'll bend the left knee, walk the foot in just about halfway. And then we'll take the left hand to the floor behind. Now let that right arm hug the left leg. It might be your elbow hugging the front of your left shin. It might be your right hand coming to your shin, or it might be your elbow coming to the outside of your knee. All right, as you inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, twist, turning your head to look back. All right, now just as we did in the previous twist, let your head be in continuous movement, turning side to side. And notice, where does the attention go in this particular twist? What are you aware of? Whether it's physical sensation, whether it's a particular thought or emotion within your mind, where is your attention at right now as you gently turn your head? All right, the next time you turn your head to look forward toward your right foot, Go ahead and release the twist and just let this bent left knee drop out to the side so that your left foot comes to your inner right thigh. Now you'll be facing your straight leg and just start to walk your hands out a little bit at a time. So the amount that you walk out is going to depend on how it feels in the back of the right leg. So for some of us, we may be able to walk out quite a bit. For others, you might already feel a lot of sensation with your hands down just a little bit. So find that place where you have mild to moderate sensation to start. So you don't want to start out in a place of super intensity. You want to start out in a place where you can breathe easily. And in this place of mild to moderate sensation, begin to activate your right leg just a little bit so that the right toes are pulling back toward the knee. So you feel a little bit of muscular engagement in your right leg, but then let everything else relax. Let your arms relax, your torso, as well as your left leg. Let all the other parts of your body relax. And then begin to notice the way that you're breathing. Is it possible to bring a little bit more ease into your breath? Whatever that might look like on the outside for you. And so as you're breathing, really allow the belly to move, allow the rib cage and the back to move. A little bit of engagement with this right leg, remember, but everything else softens. And we'll take 2 more breaths. All right, now gradually walk your hands back in, lifting your torso up. Take a full breath in and out. All right, so we'll do these same 2 poses on the second side. So just start by straightening both legs. And remember, with both legs straight, if you're already feeling a stretch in the backs of your legs, sit up so that your hips are a little higher. So sit up on a cushion or a folded blanket if you're already feeling a stretch in the backs of your legs. All right, and then we'll bend the right knee, walk the foot in just about halfway. And then take the left arm to hug the right leg and right hand to the floor behind. Again, it might be your elbow hooking around the front of your right shin. It might be your hand to your shin. It might be your elbow to the outside of your knee, just depending on what's comfortable. All right, as you inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, twist to your right side. And once again, allow the head just to easily turn side to side. Exploring this range of motion as you rotate side to side. All right, now the next time that you look forward towards your left foot, go ahead and release the twist. Let this bent right knee drop out to the side. And then take your right foot to your inner left thigh. All right, now as you face your left leg, begin to walk the hands out just a little bit at a time, coming to that place of mild to moderate sensation for your body. And as we come into this forward fold, we're engaging the left leg just a little bit. So your left toes are pulling back toward your knee, while everything else relaxes, including this right leg, your torso, and your arms. And then invite freedom into the belly, the ribs, the back, so that your breath is as free and easy as possible. Now with your next inhalation, rise up. And exhale out the mouth. All right, now we'll sit in such a way that the legs are opened out to the sides in sort of a V, or roughly 90 degrees between each other. Now again, check in with the backs of your legs, and if you're already feeling a stretch in the backs of your legs, it's generally beneficial to sit up onto a cushion or a folded blanket. So you want to make sure that you start from a position of ease before you invite more sensation into the body. All right, so we'll do a side bend here. So just begin to walk your right hand down your right leg. And then move your left shoulder back in space. So you start to become aware of the low back on the left side. And then sweep your left arm up and over. Now maybe this left hand can easily reach toward the right foot. Maybe the arm comes close to the head, or maybe you need to keep the arm up a little bit to find comfort. But feel free to let this upper arm move a bit in space. And this posture always reminds me of seaweed floating in the water. So just allow your upper arm the freedom to move and explore all of the space above you. All right, now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands to the floor behind you and just lean back into your hands. Take a few breaths. Let everything go soft. All right, so we'll do the same posture on the second side. So now walk your left hand down your left leg. And as you do so, move your right shoulder back in space. So you start to become aware of all the sensation on the right side of the torso from the low back up to the shoulder. And then take the right arm up and over to the extent that is comfortable. So again, maybe it's fine to take the arm to the head, or maybe it's better to keep the arm slightly lifted away from the head. And just allow that upper arm to be like seaweed, floating in the water, exploring and finding comfort. All right, take one more cycle of breath. And now with an inhalation, rise up. And with your exhalation, let your hands rest on the floor behind you. Leaning back into your hands, take a few breaths. Let everything go soft. All right, now we'll shift onto hands and knees. And so as we shift onto hands and knees, we'll take our hands underneath the shoulders and the knees pretty close together. All right, lift your left knee up and out to the side. And with this left knee lifted, in a moment, we'll start to rotate through the hip. But as you rotate through your hip, try to keep your arms straight and your torso relatively still. All right, now begin to rotate through your left hip. Left knee draws a big circle in space. All right, change directions. All right, with your next in-breath, reach your left foot straight back. Exhale, pull the left knee into the chest and round the back. Again, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. As you reach the left leg back, cross it over the right leg, drop the toes, and curve the spine to the right, peeking back at your left foot. Breathing deeply into the left side waist, from the shoulder to the hip in particular. All right, now pick your left leg up and step your left foot forward to your left hand. Stepping into a short lunge, as you lift your torso up, we'll take the front knee over the ankle and the right hip over the right knee. And then bring your palms together in front of your heart. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up. All right, take a deep breath in. And exhale as you side bend to your left. Again, inhale, come up to center. And exhale to the left. One more time, inhale up to center. And exhale to the left. All right, inhale, come up to center. And exhale your hands down to the floor. Take your left leg back. And then we'll tuck our toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. So knees up, hips up. Begin to bend the knees, dropping one heel toward the floor at a time. Switching back and forth just a few times. All right, now release down to your knees and take your knees close together. Now lift the right knee up and out to the side and pause. All right, now in a moment, when we start to rotate, we'll have the arms relatively straight and the torso relatively still. All right, so as you localize the movement into your right hip, now begin to rotate through the hip. So knee circles a few times in one direction. All right, then a few times in the opposite direction. All right, the next time you inhale, reach the right foot straight back. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest and round the back. Again, inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more time, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. All right, reach your right leg back. And then cross the right leg over the left leg. Drop the toes, curve the spine to the left. Peeking back at the right foot. Breathing now to the right side waist, from shoulder to hip in particular. All right, now pick your right leg up. Step the right foot forward to the right hand. Stepping into your short lunge. As you lift up, we'll guide our palms together in front of the heart. And then interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up toward the ceiling. All right, take a deep breath in. Exhale as you side bend to the right. Again, inhale up to center. And exhale to the right. One more time, breathing in, come up to center. And exhale over to the right. So as you inhale up to center, exhale, release your hands to the floor, take the right leg back. And this time we'll sit back into child's pose, taking our hips back to the heels. Knees can be together or apart as you wish. You might keep your arms forward of your knees. You might take your hands back near your feet. So it really just depends on what is the most comfortable way for you to rest in this pose. And so maybe your head comes all the way to the floor. If you have a block, maybe you rest your head on your block or on your hands, stacked one on top of each other. And so take a pause here as you allow your back to round forward. And you feel that with each inhalation, the back, all parts of the back really, the upper, middle, and lower parts of the back, all begin to expand with that inhalation. And with your exhalation, you relax deeply into the support of the floor and any props that you might be using. And take a few more cycles of breath in this way. All right, now rising back up onto hands and knees. Go ahead and transition onto your back. And then as you come onto your back, go ahead and start with your knees bent, feet on the floor, and just simply resting on your back, feeling all the places within your body that are touching the floor, that are being supported by the floor. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Take the legs into the chest, grab through for your left leg. Now maybe you're grabbing around your left shin or behind your knee, either way is fine. And just rock a little bit side to side. Checking in with the right hip. Feel free also to rotate through your left ankle. Wiggle your left toes in space. Take another breath. All right, and then switch your legs. Left ankle, right thigh. Legs come in. Grab your right leg. Rock a bit, side to side. Checking in with your left hip now as well as your right foot as you start to rotate. A couple of times one way, a couple of times the opposite way. All right, as you release your next breath, release the feet down to the floor, step them about mat distance apart, and then drop your knees into each other. And then as you pause here, you can let your hands rest, perhaps on your belly, perhaps on the floor as you wish. And then begin to breathe in to the count of 3. And then out to the count of 6. Now repeat this several times, breathing into 3 and out to 6. Now you can stay here with this breathing practice for as long as you have time and the desire to be here. Breathing into the count of 3 and out to the count of 6. But when you feel ready to transition back to your waking life, release the control of your breath. Slowly roll to rest on one side of your body. Pausing there for a breath or two. And then in your own time, gradually press yourself up and into your seated position. So that when you eventually come back up and into your seated position, you can guide your palms back together, reconnecting with your intention for practice today, and acknowledging the light within yourself, as well as the light within each of us. Namaste. And thank you again for being present. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. See you again soon. Bye.